All right, guys, welcome back. And in today's video, we're going to be going over ways that you can improve, optimize, and just add some flavor to your inhales on your breathwork practice. And this can be for alkaline breathing, Wim Hof breathing, DMT breathing, Kriya breathing, any type of breathwork. You can basically start with how I teach the DMT breathing, and the typical way that we're inhaling is with the tongue pressed to the roof of the mouth, and we're just taking a full breath in like this and exhaling out the mouth. Tongue goes back on the roof of the mouth, inhale, exhale. And that's perfectly fine, but we can definitely change some things up, add some flavor to the practice, and really make things exciting, which I think keeps you going with this. So thing number one that you can do to improve your inhales is this here. Now watch my head, specifically my neck. This is gonna activate the fifth throat chakra. So when we take our inhale, we're gonna go from side to side like this. Okay, so what you see me doing here is breathing in, and I look down, and then I turn my head, and then I come back to center for the exhale. Then I'll go the opposite direction. I'll look down, inhale, come back to center, exhale. And this allows me, almost like the infinity symbol, just to oscillate back and forth. What this is doing is opening up a lot of the energy channels that are in the neck, which really bridges the gap between our somatic, subconscious mind, our body, and the brain, the mind, the mental, the ajna, the capacities that allow us to put a plan together in the world. So this is really powerful to open up this neck, this throat chakra. It also allows you to speak your voice more confidently in the world. The next thing that you can do, we'll call this tip number 2 for your inhales, is to really powerfully inhale through your nose. And it will, once again, activate the cervical muscles in your neck. And what I mean by that is when you put the tongue on the roof of your mouth and you take your inhale, I can successfully accomplish that in a very gentle manner like this. Okay, or if I want to really rev up the power of this breath work, I can do it very powerfully. And watch the neck, watch the cervical muscles in the neck. This is a powerful inhale through the nose with the tongue on the roof of the mouth. It looks like this. Okay, so this is opening up the energy channels in the neck, strengthening the muscles in the neck. It's also really training the capacity to bring in a lot of air through the nose, which is a lot better to breathe through the nose, simply because we have filters in our nose of our nose hairs. So we're getting a natural filter. We also see a lot of the research shows us that our athletic performance in all ways of oxygen utilization goes way up when we're breathing through our nose versus our mouth. So if we can maximize how the amount of air we're breathing in through our nose, that's the ultimate. So to do that is to take this powerful inhale through the nose, and it's really going to activate these muscles in the neck. So a couple tips I can give you to do this is when you press the tongue on the roof of your mouth, spread your tongue out. So it's not just the tip of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth, it's your whole tongue pressing out and wide up against the molars, pressing the whole upper palate of your teeth outward in all directions. And when you do that, and you can train the tongue, which is actually connected through the musculature to your heart, pretty fascinating. When you connect that, you are connecting it to the upper palate, which is very closely connected to the brain and the pineal. So we're completing this channel. So when you do that, you're going to activate these cervical muscles in the neck, even without taking in air. See, I'm not breathing in when I do this. Another thing you can do to train that as like an exercise, because we are training muscles here, very useful muscles, is notice that there's a smile every time I do that. It's very hard for me to activate what I'm trying to when I'm not doing this smile. So go with it. Go with what your body wants to do. So we can incorporate the inhale into that. And you'll notice when you inhale in that fashion, you're not inhaling in a way like you're smelling. You're bringing the air deep into the low part of the throat, and that's going to be like just like a waterfall of air coming through your nose, and you'll notice the difference. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 to optimize our inhaling, right? Because our breathwork flow is a lot of these inhales. Our nose, this is tip number 3, our nose can get tired. If you're anything like me, after a lot of powerful inhales through your nose, especially at a quick tempo, the nose can sting, it can get cold, it can get dry. So knowing what we know about the benefits of nose breathing versus mouth breathing, here's my rule of thumb. Always start off any type of breath work with the nose, unless it's something specifically where it's mouth breathing, like holotropic breathing or transformational breath, where you're laying on the floor for an hour and it's just circular breath through the mouth. If it's any other practice like alkaline or even Wim Hof breathing, I recommend breathing through the nose first. And then if your round of breathing in and out is not up, just switch to the mouth. So just always start each round with the nose and then switch to the mouth if you have to. So yeah, that's it for the video today. I just wanted to give you 3 quick tips on how you can shake up the inhales. With the first tip, with the head going side to side, that's going to give you a lot of freedom, and you might even find something that works for you and actually maybe corrects some of the discs in your spine that should be corrected, that you don't even know are messed up. It might release some of the muscular holding patterns in your neck that's keeping you in a place that's unaligned. So sometimes, I'll just go side to side like this. And even moving the opposite arm backward, almost like a running form, you're gonna notice it's really starting to work on these muscles that support our neck to stay upright, that are crucial. This is a very important workout, and it's essentially, when done properly, it's essentially an active stretch, right? Each and every time we do this, for example, and I stretch this here, and I switch, all that really is a continuous version of this, right? If I was just to hold this stretch, which is amazing, thoracic extension, we're getting the cervicals of the neck, rotator cuff, and a lot of times, unless we're consciously doing a stretch like that, it's never gonna happen in our life. I mean, think about it. Think about, just think of your body like as a vehicle, and think of your daily routine, right? You're in bed, you roll out of bed, you go maybe into the shower, to the bathroom, and think about your day. What activities and actions in your day are you doing to strengthen something like this here, this stretch, to strengthen your neck? not a lot of people just do it by proxy. This is not something that just happens unless you're consciously doing it. So the good news is, in your daily practice of your morning breath work or evening breath work, you can just start to incorporate all of this. You can add more to it. And it basically becomes what I originally intended and intended out of kind of what I was doing myself, is this breath work becomes a flow. It basically becomes like a yoga, because we're adding in movement, and there's a lot more that I'm going to be sharing with you here soon, but I just want to give you bit by bit. So practice these these tips. I hope the video helped. Peace, enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.